please remain standing for the honors to the Spanish Chief of Defense as the highest national authority, followed by the letter hymn. The Royal Party will now proceed to the inspection of the troops. The NATO Combined Air Operations Center at Torrejón is a vital element of the NATO command structure and is commanded by a Spanish Air and Space Force Lieutenant General. Its mission is to plan, direct, coordinate, supervise, analyze, and report on air defense operations within its area of responsibility during peace, crisis, and conflict, in accordance with the directives of NATO Air Command. It is noteworthy to say that the CAOC Torrejón is the only headquarters-level unit from the NATO command structure located in Spain. At the NATO summit in Lisbon in 2010, the heads of the State of the Alliance agreed to implement a new strategic concept that will serve as the basis of the organization for the next decade. The existing NATO command structure includes the distribution in Europe of 10 combined air operation centers. These centers were responsible for an area often restricted to their national borders with limited operations and require significant coordination. At a meeting of NATO defense ministers in June 2011, this new reorganization was discussed, leading to the proposal by the NATO Secretary General for a new command structure and geographical distribution of alliance headquarters. The new structure established only 2 combined air operation centers, one at Jüden in Germany, responsible for the northern flank, and Torrejón de Ardoz, where the former CAOC was located, responsible for the southern European flank, both under the direction of the NATO Air Command, located in Ramstein, Germany. CAOC Torrejón has been fulfilling its mission since January 2013, progressively assuming the air defense of the different countries within its area of responsibility. All equipment and command and control systems were modernized, reaching full operational capability in October 2014 under the command of General Rubén García Servet. Our evolution is constant, and the agreements between countries continue to be reviewed to improve our deterrence and defense against any air threats and risks. CAOC Torrejón has 2 structures, one deployable and the other static. The deployable element includes the intelligence, Operations, Plans, and Training and Exercises Division. The expert personnel that make up these divisions are qualified and prepared to the immediate integrated into a NATO joint force air component. Personnel are often deployed to other locations to support operations or the NATO exercise cycle. The CAOC has hosted numerous exercises, including Exercise Ramstein and Vision, to practice the delegation of the Joint Force Air Component. The second structure is the Static Air Defense Center, responsible for directing the peacetime air defense activities of the alliance countries in Southern Europe, as part of the NATO integrated air and anti-missile defense system. Personnel are on duty 24/7, controlling all NATO air activity and coordinating with national control and reporting centers, as well as with our sister CAOC in Udine and with Air Command headquarters. CAOC Torrejón has a peacetime establishment of 188 people from 19 different nationalities. In addition, it has the support of a detachment of the NATO Communications and Information Agency, as well as the national support elements. The allied countries that contribute with personnel in these headquarters are Albania, Bulgaria, Belgium, Canada, Croatia, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Italy, North Macedonia, Montenegro, Portugal, Romania, Slovenia, Spain, United States, United Kingdom, and Turkey. At CAOC Torrejón each year we feel very proud to share with our national contingents their National Day, where together with their ambassadors we show solidarity, respect, and camaraderie with each other. We feel part of them as they feel part of us. We also feel proud of having been visited by His Majesty, the King of Spain, the Supreme Commander of the Spanish Armed Forces in 2015. CAOC Torrejón has faced different operational and technical challenges in its brief history. The invisible COVID-19 threat tests our resilience and endurance. During these hard times, a seamless air defense was maintained in spite of the restrictions imposed by the pandemic. This was thanks to the efforts and commitment of our CAOC TJ personnel. Furthermore, our unit was capable of hosting an aircom exercise of considerable size, Ramstein Invasion 21, safely gathering people from all over the NATO command structure to Torrejón under the leadership of General Fernando de la Cruz. Since the legal Russian aggression towards Ukraine, NATO has shown solidarity and unity with the Ukrainian people, reacting with quick and decisive actions, including strengthening NATO's integrated air and missile defense, our core mission. CAOC Torrejón has been heavily involved directly in the shielding of the airspace in the southeast of Europe, commanding a credible capability to deter potential aggression and, if necessary, defend NATO members' territorial integrity. Together, we stand.
The creation of CAOC Torrejón in 2013, the replacement of CAOC 8 due to NATO structure modifications, allowed the participation of more NATO members to the air policing mission in the southern area. This was the case, for example, for France, Albania, Montenegro, and recently North Macedonia. And we are still waiting for new NATO members. The integration is essential to protect NATO airspace and to allow the operators of NATO nations to operate with the same procedures, giving a better interoperability. CAOC Torrejón is improving constantly to provide security all over the airspace of NATO nations. Due to the increase of the staff, we adapted the infrastructure in order to provide the best working conditions to our colleagues. For example, a new building has been built and the original one is currently under renovation.
Uno de los objetivos de las reformas adoptadas en la cumbre de la OTAN de Lisboa en 2010, en pos de la consecución de su nuevo concepto estratégico, fue aligerar la pesada estructura de mando. Las naciones anfitrionas que acogieron sus organismos deberían asumir un aumento en los roles de apoyo a las unidades que albergaran. España se convirtió en la nación anfitriona del CAOC Torrejón y asumió esas tareas a través del Elemento Nacional Español de Apoyo, bajo la autoridad del Jefe del Estado Mayor de la Defensa y el comandante del CAOC. El Spanish NSC actúa como enlace entre la parte internacional del Centro y las autoridades militares españolas, pero, además, también es el interlocutor con una amplia gama de autoridades civiles, como Hacienda, Tráfico, Aduanas y otras. Hacer comprender a esas autoridades y las estructuras militares su funcionamiento y su marco es a menudo un desafío. La imbricación e implicación del NSE lo lleva a trabajar y actuar de facto como una división más del CAOC. Este esfuerzo se traduce en apoyo en áreas como seguridad, transporte, finanzas, apoyo sanitario, infraestructura, servicios de alimentación, cumplimiento de los acuerdos entre España y la OTAN, real life support, etc., contribuyendo así al éxito del CAOC.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for a medal and award ceremony in recognition of the following personnel. The Cross of Aeronautical Merit until 1995 Order of Aeronautical Merit is a decoration of Spain that aims to reward members of armed forces, the Civil Guard, and other civilians for the performance of actions and deeds or the provision of services of outstanding merit. These crosses will be presented by the Spanish Chief of Defense, Admiral General López Calderón. En atención a los méritos y circunstancias que concurren en el personal que a continuación se relaciona, y de conformidad con lo dispuesto en el Real Decreto 1040-2003 de 1 de agosto, por el que se aprueba el Reglamento General de Recompensas Militares, se conceden las recompensas que se indican a continuación. Cruz al Mérito Aeronáutico con distintivo blanco, General de Brigada de la Fuerza Aérea Griega, Evangelos Chicas. Cruz al Mérito Militar con distintivo blanco, Subteniente Don Juan Carlos García Ramos. Next, the Soccer Recognition Awards and Commercom Recognition Award will be presented. These awards are given by the Supreme Allied Commander in Europe or by the Commander of the Allied Air Command to a very limited number of military and civilian personnel who have particularly distinguished themselves for their excellent performance and outstanding results. They will be presented to CAOC TJ individuals by Lieutenant General Sánchez de Lara, CAOC Torrejón Commander. Soccer Recognition Award, Lieutenant Colonel Marco Cocha. Soccer Recognition Award, Master Sergeant Trenton Hansen. Commercom Recognition Award, Master Sergeant Jeremy Guo.
Spanish Chief of Defense Staff, Ambassadors, Air Chiefs, former CAOC Torrejón and CAOC 8 Commanders, distinguished civilian and military authorities, dear NATO and Spanish colleagues, dear friends. Thank you for taking your valuable time to share with us this special celebration for the CAOC Torrejón crew. It's been 10 years of hard work, of commitment to our mission, of excelling in our day-to-day tasks, of leading and maintaining safe and secured the skies in the southern European area, from east to west, from west to east, as well as providing air command and control capabilities whenever and wherever needed. NATO Integrated Air and Missile Defense Systems, the NATINAMS, is our core business here, and we feel very proud of this 24 hours day-to-day mission that shows a capable and credible alliance that is permanently determined to defend our territories and to protect our populations and our forces from air risks and threats, demonstrating the unity, cohesion and solidarity that have become the lifeblood of NATO. If we have gotten to where we are now, it is thanks to the work carried out by all the CAOC Torrejón personnel during these 10 years, as well as the leadership of its previous commanders, General Cervert and De la Cruz, who have worked hard as a team to face more than complex duties when it comes to operationally, materially and technically integrating all the capabilities provided by the nations we serve. We can say loud and clear that the CAOC Torrejón is currently at cruising speed, characterizing itself as an integrative, multinational, joint, very Spanish and reliable CAOC. An integrative CAOC because we integrate weapon systems, equipment, sensors, links, databases, facilities, command and control, procedures, planning and training, and make them fully interoperable between allies. From new generations of weapon systems to legacy systems. An intense work that also seeks to integrate mentalities, traditions, attitudes of different sovereign nations in a journey that was started back in 1961 and that constitutes the best and oldest example of pooling and sharing capabilities in the field of collective defense. We are a multinational CAOC. The variety of NATO nations that contribute with personnel to the CAOC enriches our work and facilitates that aforementioned integration. Here, we all matter equally. We all add up. The colors of our different national flags that you can see to my right blend into one, the NATO blue, as a symbol of our unity, integrity, and impartiality. Solidarity, which is also part of NATO's DNA, crystallizes in our skies with examples such as those countries that provide their air defense assets to secure the skies of those nations that do not have them yet, or always under the 360 degrees approach, and after the illegal invasion of Ukraine by Russia, the need to reinforce the air shielding capabilities with rotations of detachments from different nations in our eastern flank. We are a joint CAOC that stands as an integrated element of the air defense capabilities provided not only by the air forces, but also by the land forces, naval forces, and already, and in an incipient way, the space forces. This requires a joint mentality which is already being oriented towards multi-domain operations, to once again seek maximum efficiency and effectiveness in the task of NATO's integrated air defense, in peace, crisis, and conflict. The integration of mentalities is more than facilitated in our CAOC as a singular characteristic because although the bulk of our contingent comes from the respective national air forces, it must also be noted that there is also personnel from the Army and Navy of some nations, therefore creating a true combined joint spirit which constitutes a hallmark of our own identity. Let me turn now into my mother tongue for a little bit. Somos también un CAOC muy español que inició su andadura con una fuerte personalidad española al provenir del CAOC 8, hoy aquí representado por los tenientes generales Berrio y Ferrer como anteriores comandantes. CAOC 8 que aportó una sólida base de liderazgo, de confianza, integridad y experiencia a ese incipiente CAOC Torrejón. Muy español porque quiero resaltar aquí y ahora la labor que realiza el destacamento de energía y sobre todo nuestro elemento nacional español de apoyo que, con el exceso de celo que nos caracteriza, se constituye en un pilar esencial del sustento de la misión y de todo el contingente del CAOC. Todos los españoles de nuestro contingente nos sentimos comprometidos y orgullosos embajadores en nuestra propia tierra y somos conscientes de esa labor que imprime a nuestro CAOC un sello mediterráneo, optimista, flexible, creativo, cálido, familiar y altamente profesional. También quiero reconocer el apoyo que se ha venido facilitando desde el minuto 1 de su creación por parte de distintos organismos y unidades, tanto del Ministerio de Defensa como del Estado Mayor de la Defensa y del Ejército del Aire y del Espacio, sin los cuales el concepto que tenemos actual del CAOC no se hubiera logrado. Y cómo no, las excelentes relaciones con otros organismos pertenecientes a los Ministerios de Asuntos Exteriores y Cooperación, de Interior y de Hacienda y Función Pública, que nos facilitan sin menoscabo la integración de nuestro personal en nuestra misión y con nuestra sociedad. We are a reliable CAOC that provides trust as the key to success when it comes to interoperating between nations. Trust that is built by the drop and withdrawn in buckets. Trust is precisely what nations give to NATO commanders when carrying out the Alliance Permanent Integrated Air Defense Mission, by transferring the authority of their forces. Our daily job consists of returning that confidence granted through the professional use of those forces to guarantee the deterrence and defense in the air domain, one that must be fast and precise in the resolution of all kinds of events. Trust is about intention. The intention to live up to our values, pledges and responsibilities, and act consistent to our code of conduct that requests from us integrity, loyalty, impartiality, accountability and professionalism, especially under stress, based on the team spirit of our multinational crew. All members deserve to be honored, as we have just symbolically recognized with the medals and awards given to some of them. All of them, former and current, have brought value whether they stayed for a chapter of our history or our entire history. Sometimes we have to look back to look forward. NATO's integrated air defense has been facing different challenges for 62 years, but fulfilling its mission selflessly, even at the risk of the lives of our comrades, who will be reminded in the tribute to the fallen in NATO operations to be held later on. Thanks to the voluntary contribution and commitment from all NATO nations, we're able to operate and maintain a robust system. But our CAOC needs constant adaptation to present and future threats and challenges, to be capable to orchestrate air defense operations using all domain effectors at the speed of relevance, maintaining us as a seamless, resilient, agile, flexible and effective center. Thanks to the creativity, passion and dedication worked in unison by our crew, CAOC Torrejón is prepared to face and overcome any of those challenges that comes our way, because together we will stand. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a brief musical interlude will be played by the musicians of the Spanish Air Force headquarters.
Experience for me. We all have different national backgrounds, but we are a team based on understanding and respect for each other's cultures and viewpoints. As a team, we face our everyday challenges and dedicate our time, energy and knowledge to perform our tasks in the best way. Our teamwork results in a strong sense of comradeship, which is built through our everyday work and reinforced through shared experiences. We work as a team recognizing that together we are stronger.
El CAOC Torrejón es una unidad internacional de la estructura de mandos de la OTAN, que se encuentra ubicado en la Base Aérea de Torrejón. Actualmente la unidad está compuesta por 18 países pertenecientes a la Alianza Atlántica, entre los que se encuentra España. El contingente español, con dependencia orgánica del Estado Mayor de la Defensa, está representado por miembros del Ejército del Aire y del Espacio y del Ejército de Tierra. La labor de España en la OTAN es de integración, ya que a través del Estado Mayor de la Defensa se puede desarrollar la acción conjunta y combinada, como así refleja nuestra Ley Orgánica de Defensa Nacional. Podemos decir que en estos 10 años, desde la creación del CAOC Torrejón, nuestras Fuerzas Armadas han ido adquiriendo el protagonismo que nos ha dado la OTAN y así cumplir con nuestra misión encomendada.
Happy 10th anniversary to CAOC Torrejón. It's been an honor and a privilege to work here for the past 2 years, to meet everyone and the camaraderie and the respect that everyone shows. It is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it was great to just work with everyone, get to know many different cultures, just even being in a room with so many different people and just to see everybody's together for a common goal is great, and I look forward to seeing what happens in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, Admiral Teodoro López Calderón, Spanish Chief of Defense, will address the audience.
Ambassadors, Chief of the Spanish Air and Space Force, Air Chief of Slovenia and Deputy Air Chiefs of Turkey and Greece, CAOC Commander, former CAOC Commanders, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you, and thank you also for joining us in this celebration of the 10th anniversary of the Combined Air Operations Center Torrejón. Firstly, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the staff who have been distinguished today and their families. The rewards you have received are a testimony of your hard work and dedication to service, that always is supported discreetly by your loved ones. As I already indicated a few months ago during the chain of command ceremony of this center, let me reiterate that as host nation, this CAOC Torrejón is a clear demonstration of Spain's commitment to collective defense and deterrence of the allied countries, thus making feasible the fulfillment of the Alliance objectives and interests. As we have experienced very visibly over the past almost 2 years, the strategic environment is increasingly complex and convulsive. Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which has grabbed the headlines for quite some time, has recently been joined by the conflict between Hamas and Israel. And generally speaking, we must admit that sources of global unrest, including among others terrorism, illicit trafficking, cyber attacks, disinformation on natural disasters, are increasingly diverse and easily spread. 3 elements have emerged as essential to address these and other potential threats: readiness, rapid response capability, and cooperation. We can easily appreciate that the Combined Air Operations Center Torrejón, the only NATO command structure organization stationed in Spain, fulfills these three qualities. Under Allied Air Command, CAOC Torrejón readiness is proven by working 24/7 without interruption to preserve the physical integrity and security of an area of 11 million square kilometers, covering almost the entire space of 14 countries in the south of Europe, from Azores to eastern Turkey and from southern Italy to Hungary. However, readiness is nothing without capacity to react quickly to the possible threats wherever they arise. The CAOC ability to rapidly respond with its transfers asset in a time less than 15 minutes is based on the unique air power core attributes of speed and reach, which helps deter potential hostile actors and eliminate the effectiveness of any potential malicious action with air assets. But what really differentiates CAOC Torrejón from any other air operation center is precisely the first letter of its acronym, C. C stands for combined action between different countries, because in addition to preparedness and rapid response, there is close cooperation between nations to carry out the task jointly. And this can be done thanks to the fact that in the air domain, the interoperability provided by NATO has always been understood and put into practice since its foundations as an alliance. Airmen have long been forerunners in integrating and operating together. We also often refer to the Torrejón Center as the eyes of the alliance in the skies of Southern Europe, based in its capacity to have the real-time picture of what is going on. But it's much more. It is brain, it is muscle, and of course, it is heart too. It is brain because it is in charge of planning, directing, coordinating, supervising, analyzing, and reporting on the air defense operation of the assets assigned to it in peace, crisis, and conflict, in accordance with the guidelines of the NATO air component in its area of responsibility. It is also the muscle because, in order to guarantee air security 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it has modern command and control systems, advanced warning sensors, fighter aircraft placed at its disposal by allied nations, and most importantly, the knowledge and experience that is poured into action procedures by the 215 military and civilian personnel from 18 countries who work in this unit. And of course, heart, because you, the 215 personnel currently assigned, plus those who have preceded you in these 10 years, you are the true heart of the Combined Air Operations Center Torrejón, because with your enthusiasm and dedication, giving the best of yourselves, you ensure the security, welfare, and respect for the rights of the citizens living in those 11 million square kilometers I mentioned at the beginning. Eyes, brain, muscle, and heart have worked during these 10 years in perfect coordination to make the CAOC Torrejón an essential element in collective deterrence and defense. In 2014, just 1 year after its establishment, it became the first unit of the, at that time, new NATO command structure to achieve full operational capability. A first success that opened a way full of effort and hard work, but I am convinced also full of hope and new targets to be achieved. I would like to conclude by congratulating all the personnel who have formed part of the CAOC Torrejón and who have made it possible, and I encourage the present members to continue with their professionalism and dedication to maintain or even increase the high level achieved. Thank you very much to all of you, and happy anniversary.
We remember all those who sustained injury in mind and body in the course of their service. We salute all those who serve in the military,